Yo, what's going on, guys? Happy Sunday to you all. I just wanted to let you guys know. Um, Star of the show is not here, but I wanted to come on here and show you guys a little bit about what was going on in the market. So that's kind of the topic for today. I'm going to talk. Friday was kind of a crazy day for the market, for everything, right? For the stock market, for the crypto market, whatever it is, right? And why was it crazy? So we're going to kind of break this down. So the market had a big sell-off, right? There was a huge selling and it was pretty historic day, right? Like I'm gonna kind of show you guys something real quick of what this happened, right? This is the market going up, and then boom, Friday, this happened. Okay, this is a pretty big deal for those of you that don't know. And why did this happen? Well, I just wanted to break this down so people can understand what's happening, what to expect, and just in general, give some information for those who care. So, okay, so Trump made a statement saying that he was gonna present an 100% tariff tax on China. Okay, so what does this mean? I'm gonna break this down for anybody who doesn't know. So tariffs are taxes that people give excuse me. Sorry, I got distracted. So tariffs are taxes on imported goods from other countries, right? So what do companies do? Companies import product from different countries where it's cheaper to make. They import all that product and then they sell those products to retailers here like you and I, right? We go to the store, we buy something. Well, most of the time we see on our clothes made in Taiwan, made in China, made in wherever. So that is goods that are imported and then sold here. So why did the market crash when he said that? Because he was going to put an 100% tax on those imported goods. Well, this is why, okay? The market is a combination of buying and selling, right? You're buying and selling shares. So if there's more buyers than there are sellers, the market goes up. If there's more sellers than there are buyers, the market goes down. This huge drop down was caused because a lot of people started selling their shares when they heard Trump say that. Now, has this happened yet? No. But him saying that made a lot of investors and people sell their shares, sell their positions in the market because, well, if you're buying shares, that means that you're pretty much putting your money into a company that you think is going to succeed. Now, if this tariff thing does happen, which I don't think it is, but anyways, if it does, what happens is now companies pretty much have to pay double, which means they have to sell for more, right? Let me break this down a little bit to be more clear because that was a little confusing. If a company is importing 1,000 shirts for $10,000, well, now if what Trump says turns out to be true, well, now they have to pay $20,000 to get those same 1,000 shirts because there's an 100% tax on the products that they're importing. Even if China has to pay, because it depends on the kind of like how they import them. But if China has to pay, well, if they have to pay double, they're going to have to sell it for more. And that's going to result in the companies here having to sell the products for more. So many things can happen, right? Companies can go out of business. I work in this industry, like the logistics industry, where I help companies with their imports. So there's companies right now that are struggling. They're like, I don't know if I can make this a profitable company, a profitable business anymore because now I have to pay so much money for these tariffs. So they can't turn a profit. Their margins just they shrunk or pretty much went into negatives. And then there's other companies that will survive, but it will damage them because now if they increase the price of their product, how many customers are they going to lose because of that product being increased? So pretty much the tariffs that are supposedly going to be in place is going to affect a lot of companies, which means all of the investors that are invested into these companies got afraid. So they're like, I'm going to pull my money out, sell these shares. And there was so much more selling than there was buying. So the market tanked. All that being said, Trump is a businessman. Okay. I'm not talking politics. I don't care what you believe in, whatever. He's a businessman. That's a fact. Okay. He cares about money. If he has all of these friends, all of these people, like there's easily manipulation in the market, right? There's positions that were open to going short on the market, meaning you betting that the market's going to go down that made so much money. And now Friday he made a tweet, oh, I'm going to put 100% tariff tax on China. And then Sunday, today, he made a tweet saying, don't worry about it. China's fine. We have a good relationship. I respect the president. And now the market bounced. Like it's all a manipulation. One thing that I have to kind of acknowledge is for me, if you believe in what you're investing into, these are discounted prices. Like if you like the prices of these companies at a certain price, well, you should like them even more now, right? Because companies know how to kind of, they've been through a lot. Like if you look at companies like Amazon, all of these companies that have been around for a while, well, maybe not Amazon, I don't know, like Coca-Cola, like all of these companies that have been here for a while, they've survived a lot of trends in the market. So don't allow these little like market manipulations to kind of shake you out, right? Um, and one thing that I wanted to realize, like, there's a lot of people that are over leveraged. They're over like risking too much, and this really affected them. So I just want you to know you got to be okay investing what you're willing to lose. Now, for me and Adan, we are like going crazy right now because we love red days more than green days because this gives us more opportunity to stack and buy more, buy more, buy more. Because eventually this is going to recover, right? The market's going to recover. Now, that isn't a fact, but what we believe in our conviction of the market, it's like the whole economy has to fail in order for this to never go back up. So this is not financial advice. It could go down forever and you can lose everything. Now, do I think that's going to happen? No. But I'm just telling you that because in this very moment is when the fear gets to people and everyone starts selling. But I promise you, this is where most people make their money because they get to invest heavily into these lows. And then when it goes back up to where it was, boom, we're swimming in profits. So that's a little bit about what happened in the market. I just wanted to give a detailed explanation of what happened. So Trump said that market tanked because they got scared. But nonetheless, um, me and Adan are still investing. I mean, this is pretty much times to, there's a lot of opportunity out there, right? Be greedy when others are fearful and be fearful when others are greedy. So that's something we live by and we will continue to live by. But yeah, not too much information as far as like investing and stuff like that. Just wanted to explain what that meant. So for those of you that heard, I don't know, Trump said something about a tariff and you don't know what that means, I just want to give you a breakdown. So God bless you. Happy Sunday. And yeah, we'll see you on next Wednesday or this Wednesday coming up. Peace.